Alright, welcome back to the channel. We are going to be modifying this catch can to work on my RB25 Neo. That is in my 1993 GTST Nissan Skyline. This basic rundown of the car is 1100cc injector, 70mm turbo, 4-inch exhaust, E85 car. That's the importance of running the catch can through the E85 because you don't want that recirculating through the engine. So we're gonna install this. It's not very large, but I plan on draining it every other day or so. You can't see right now, but I'm gonna cut a hole and recess this in, TIG weld some little flat ears so I can hold it down. I'm gonna cut this off, put a larger fitting here, and probably about right here. And yeah, it's a little tank for how large these are, but that's the size of the holes on there, and I didn't feel like changing the factory stuff. So just gonna TIG weld those guys on, clock them where they need to go, hole saw me a new hole down here, and weld it up and put it on the car and hopefully get it to the dyno. So I've been putting this car off on the back burner for a while, so I need to get it out and warm out and start thrashing it. So, but yeah, I'm going to move this out of the way. I'm going to cut me a hole, recess that in there like so. So there's the car, GTR project. Bumper's held on with zip ties right now because I need to take it back off and I didn't feel like storing it in the house. So we'll get this started and get that going, then maybe I can get these wires, the rest of that harness made so I can get this thing over the tuner, so and clean up this rat's nest while I'm in here too. Alright, we're going to start by cutting this neck off here. You could use a sawzall, hacksaw if you don't have one. I have a bandsaw, or you might be able to use a bandsaw table, but I like my Portaband. I use it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and use this guy. Now I cut it off. It's not completely flush, but I'll smooth this out with a flap wheel, and then we'll get started on doing some TIG welding. Alright, I ground one side down, left that kind of pronounced and stuck out there, because like I said, I'm going to put one here and then another one there. And with doing that, it's more of a filler spot for my weld to go. I'm going to open the hole up to match the size of this. I will weld the second one on, and then I will drill a hole through it with a drill bit. But fairly simple what I'm doing here. Alright, I got it tacked in there. It's kind of sloppy. I'm going to put a little bit better weld on this side. A little bit better tack. I just decided to go ahead and weld that one side. Like I said, I was going to drill the hole in it anyway. Should have got a pail out here to quench this, but I'm stupid. Yeah, we know that's the orientation I want that one to be. And I know I want this one. Let's see here. I want to say like that. I plan on re-drilling holes in it anyway. That guy cool down. Now that's the orientation I want. Now this thing is super hot, so I'm going to take it in the house, cool it down, and I'm going to see if it fits. Alright, I soaked this down, got it cooled down, got it tacked together. This is going to sit here like so. It's going to get recessed down a little bit. This will be up a little bit to clear the blow off. That one will run. And my idea is to have both of these vent tube lines run right across the intake, right up through here. One's going to go here, and the other one's going to go over there. And it'll be a nice, smooth, consistent flow. But I will recess a hole here and weld flat tabs on this to the inner fender, so I can just reach the fender well and open the drain and turn the wheel and be able to drain it. Easy access to drain it. But get it all welded up and then bitch, that's hot. Burnt the piss out of myself. Alright, got it all welded all the way around. I still have to drill my holes down through there. I'll use a big drill bit for that. Let it cool down first. I'm gonna let it cool down, then put my fittings on it and test fit it in the car. Alright, we're gonna let Allison do some drilling on this thing. Keep going. A little bit more. Pick it up a little bit, and then let the thing just spin fast. Pick it up towards barely touching it. Pull trigger. Ouch. We're almost there. Did you get it? Let me see.
I got the one side off.
Yeah, it's close. I'll just snap it out of there. Alright, you can see the hole we cut. Now this guy, after I relocate this and I make a thing, this guy should sit. Rotate that up. Rotate this guy up. up here like so. One hose will run this way, the other one will run that way. Alright, I'm going to cut this out. I'm going to try to stay somewhat in there. Yes, it's all kind of choppy, but how bad my hand is, it's going to be choppy anyway, so. Now I'm just going to clean this up with the burring bit, because I don't need much. This one here with the bigger openings, I don't know if you can see that, that is for aluminum. The ones that are real close together and real tight knit, they almost look like knurling, that is for steel. Probably should clamp that a little better. What I'm trying to do is not turn the air compressor on. I don't want to have to hear it. Now I need just a little bit. Right now I'm just going to cut this off, and then I'll push this down through since it's a snug fit to where I need it to be. Then I'll just lay a weight and lay a little weld around it, fake it together. Now I am not a professional welder in any means. I am self-taught. I'm a plumber by trade, not a welder. So you might laugh at some of my welds, but they hold. That's all that matters. I think I'll just cut that with a bandsaw. The Milwaukee quarter band, best thing I ever purchased. Well, actually, I got it as a Christmas gift one year, and it's the best thing I've ever received. It's lightweight, works, does its job. That's a little hot still. They make these things called gloves, but I don't. Now once I get that all on there, I may or may not clean up these edges, I don't know. Probably won't, I'm lazy. I just want to get my car out and go out and do some crazy wild stuff in it. Just want to get it done, get ready for tuning. And this is why I wasn't worried about the big hole I made in the floor. I'll take this out there, set it to where it needs to be. I'll put some welds around it and we'll stitch it. I'm not going to full seam it. It's not that important. And I'll make sure it's in the correct orientation. I probably won't record that setup because it's just going to be too much of a pain in the butt to try to hold the camera and show you how I did that. So I'll just do that. Get this all done, clean it up, paint it black. Just because I've scratched it up quite a bit. And like I said, my welds aren't pretty, so I'll just shoot it black anyway. And you always want to make sure you use either blue or yellow thread tape. It can also be white, but make sure it's fuel grade. That way oil and E85 and stuff like that won't break it down, so you don't have a leak and you don't have oil get into your tires and make you have an accident or onto an exhaust system or whatever or onto your driveway. But we got it all faked together, and now I'm going to sit in the car. Like I said, I'm going to drill my holes after I install it and all that fun stuff. So get it in the car and show you what she looks like sitting in there. Alright, we got it in up there. I gotta get my black hose clamp, so I'm gonna put up the top. But it runs down nice and smooth. Comes down here. I did gall it a little bit. I need to get the jaws for my vise that hold these NA fittings. They're a must have. And future reference, if you're putting vibrant hose and jegs fittings, try not to put tape on them. If you can, try to do it without the tape, because it can be a nightmare trying to get these big hoses inside these and getting the fitting to start. I had a heck of a time, but it all went together, came in nice. I still got to fasten this down, but I'm going to make it to where this and goes in with the same rib nut, and I'm going to clock this just a little bit more and back. But I'm leaving it loose right now because I need to clean this rat's nest up first, then I'll fasten it. But turned out pretty good. Where's that piece of hose at? That's it. I mean, if you could just put tape, when I mean just put very little tape around the edges, put as little as possible when you're getting to go in, and you'll have less resistance, or else you'll have this issue. Or you can put tape and put a bead of super glue around it, let it sit overnight, then cut it through the middle of the super glue. It may help it from fraying, but let me know in the comments what you guys do. Alright, everything's wrapped up, ready to go. We're going to take it to tuner sometime next week, hopefully. I'll take you guys along for that experience, so hopefully you guys enjoy that. We'll do a tour of his shop, and I'm going to clean up this rat's nest. You guys don't need to see me tuck wires. I mean, you guys obviously know how to do that. So I'm going to tuck these wires, get it all cleaned up, and hopefully next time you see this car, I will be doing some smoky burnouts after we get it tuned. So catch you guys on the next one.